Good evening, cyber friends. This is the Minute Man coming at you again from Walker's Music back here at Studio B and C. And we give God all the praise. We are thanking Him for life, health, and strength, thanking Him for His wisdom ears. And we are thanking God for all of the cyber friends out there. You know who you are. I uh, I decided that I would come back. Yet trying to test my restream to see why I cannot find my video on Facebook. Now, it goes to YouTube. I can go to YouTube and find it, no problem. But some of the strangest reasons, I cannot find my video on Facebook, either live or archived. I mean, I just cannot, I cannot, for the sake of me, find it. But nevertheless, we're doing this here. This sort of like a test. But it's also, as you look at the title of this test, saying, looking back over the years. Looking back over the years. My brothers and sisters, I remember, I believe it was the OJs. I do believe it was OJ. Y'all got to excuse my stomach tonight. It is going crazy for some reason. I mean, but at any rate, as loud as it is, y'all should hear it through the microphone. Believe me. But nevertheless, I think the song was OJ's. The OJ sang this song. And I'm trying to think of the title, but this was a line in that song. The title of my video tonight. This was one of the lines inside this song. Um, looking back over the years. In other words, the OJ would say, looking back over the years, I guess I shedded some tears. Told myself time and time again, this time I'm going to win. You know, and it was it like deja vu, y'all. In other words, because like I said, we all can look back. Not just one of us, but we all can look back. We all got a past. We got good memories and we got something that's not so good. But nevertheless, we live life forward. You understand me, my brothers and sisters? We live life forward, but we understand it backwards. I mean, really. I mean, that is a very, very true statement. We live life forward, but we understand it in reverse. Um, if we had known that certain things were going to be the way they turned out to be, and a lot of our decision making in the past would have been a whole lot different. I mean, I'm just telling it like it is, y'all. People, cause most of the time now, when you have to be careful, because people don't love the truth no more. People want you to tell them, they want you to tell them things that they want to hear. They don't want to care. They don't necessarily care about the truth. But just as the OJs in this song, and I don't know why the title of the song that skips me, and but I know it was saying that part of the lyric was my topic tonight. Looking back over the years, I guess I shedded some tears. Told myself time and time again, this time I'm going to win. And and then they go on to say something that I don't remember. I don't remember. But I do know that they did uh, a song called Brandy. And this was a song, y'all. A lot of time, if you didn't listen to the lyrics very carefully, you would think that this song was talking about a relationship between a human relationship, male and female, more than likely. You got to be careful how you say that nowadays. But nevertheless, it wasn't at all. The song was about a dog. That was a dog. The dog name was Brandy. And I remember he was saying he's sitting around in the dungaree and everything by the open fireplace, sipping on a sherry soda pop, building houses made of sand. Some of those things we all can relate to and we can remember. doing a lot of them things. And I look back, as I look back over my years, and I can remember the time, when, like the Apostle Paul said, when I was a child, I thought as a child. I understood as a child because I was a child. He said, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. My brothers and sisters, that is not necessarily the case. If you look around us today, if you look around, you got we got grown, overgrown people. We are yet acting like schoolyard children, especially those up there on Capitol Hill. I just tell you that straight up. But this is not a video about no politics. I'm not going to even go that route. But I just had to. That just came out. I throw that out for free. But what I'm talking about is I'm talking about us. If we could get ourselves and get out, in other words, if we could get our act together and listen to what the Bible says. See, y'all, that's the only book that I can reference. I can reference. I mean, I got books that I've written. I got a couple of books I've written. I'm writing on my third book right now. But nothing could even come close to the Holy Bible. And I'm telling y'all this here. When you learn to deal, when it comes to dealing with us. See, I don't want to just say people, because last time I checked and looked in the mirror, I was a people too. So I said us. I don't try to put myself above nobody, but I don't put myself below anybody either. Amen. Now, what I mean by that, y'all, in this live feed tonight, and I hope it is going to Facebook. That's okay. We need to stop. In other words, we need to take a look in the song that OJ sang and said, looking back over the years, I guess I've shed some tears, because we've all done that. But we've all had some good times as well. But if you look back, if you look at what the Apostle Paul said, he said, when I was a child, I thought, my mindset was as a child. I played as a child. Why? Because I was a child. He said, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. Okay, Lord, let us look at some of the things we used to do as children. As children, we played from sun up to sundown. We kept us something to do, and we was outside as children. I'm talking when I was growing up. Children now don't do this. The children now, they got too many gadgets. And, they got too many gadgets. See, I didn't know what no computer was when I was growing up. And all these have smartphones and stuff. We didn't have that. You would be good to have a dumb phone when I was coming up, let alone a smartphone. But that's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make is to get everybody to see this. You cannot, and I did a video about this here earlier today. You cannot make grown people do anything. And that is so true. You can't. But if you look back as a child, we did not worry about what nobody else was doing. As long as we were doing what we were doing, and we were playing with our little bit of gadgets, we had little things little toys that we would get at Christmas time, just like any other kids. We had things, but the technology wasn't here with the computers and the smartphones and all this stuff the kids got available today. And believe it, I'm not going to be like certain people and be unfair. I'm not saying nothing bad about these kids of today, because this is their generation. They have the technology that's present with them in this day. Just like in my day, the technologies was present that what we had, that's what we had. And we enjoyed it. Matter of fact, one of my main pet peeves, or my main toy when I was growing up, I used to love the racing car, the racing track, the electric race set. That's what I used to love. See, that was the technology that was at the end at that time. And man, me and my buddy, he's a little more like my brother. He passed away after my 16th birthday. He passed away, and I told y'all about Walter Pitts, called him June. But that was one of me and June's favorite things to do. I put together my race set, and we sat down on that floor, and we raced those racing cars on that track. That was the thing of that day, and we enjoyed it. Okay, basketball was another favorite sport of mine. And I love basketball. I'd rather play basketball than to eat when I was hungry. But nevertheless, when we got together and all of us kids got there, we had basketball goals out there in our yard, as well as we would go to the public park sometime. And we would play, and they eventually they put the lights in the park so we could stay there till dark then, and we would play in the dark then because we had the lights and it lit up the whole park. Man, we were glad of that. But it's one thing that I remember as a child, how some of us used to act. If didn't nobody choose us, y'all know, y'all that play basketball, you know how it was. You shoot the free throw, and whoever the first two made the basket, they were the one that got to choose. They were the captains, and they choose the team. And they would go about, and we would play 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5 if we played whole court. And sometime if the kid that didn't get called, he didn't get chosen, but it was his basketball. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't get chosen, but it was their basketball. So they get mad and they take their ball and go home. And you didn't let me play, so I'm gonna get my ball and go home. See, that's the way a child that was doing, they was thinking, they was acting like a child. But the apostle Paul said, we up here 50, 70, and 80 years old. We should not be acting like children like that. We no, life goes on. See, this is what the Apostle Paul was talking about. Now, how do I look now? Here I am, 60 years old. Just turned 60 here, November the 3rd. Here I am, 60 years old. Now, if I went out, if I could still play basketball, and I got a basketball and went on the basketball court, and because somebody didn't choose me first to be on the team, I get mad and want to take my ball and go home. You see what I mean? You see how stupid that sounds? When it's coming from a 60-year-old, you would think that to come from a 60-year-old, but not a 60-year-old person. See how that doesn't compute? That's exactly what I was talking about in this video, y'all. When we reflect on the past, looking back, we can see where we have been and where we've come from. And I'm so glad that I can say, yes, I can think back, and I have some bad days, but I look at all of the good days. And I'm going to just be safe. I'm going to say this here. And I'm saying it, y'all, with a grain of salt, but I'm going to say it anyway. I do believe that I can see more good days than I saw bad days. Amen. Even to now, I believe that I remember more of good days than I do the bad. Nevertheless, my brothers and sisters, I think that we all should just live in the present. We can reflect on the past, anticipate the future, but you can only live in the present. That's a given. You can't, nothing you can do about that. But believe it or not, your present state can be hell on earth if you're not careful. This is how come we must consult God, just like it tells us in the Bible. Lean not on your own understanding. I remember Dr. Green saying this very same thing, reminded me of this here not too long ago. Lean not on your own understanding. But like he said in the book of Proverbs, but trust in God. And in all your ways acknowledge him. And then he will direct your path. You see, y'all, a lot of us is hell right now in our present is because the fact that we did not consult God in the past. We didn't consult him. We were leaning on our own understanding because what we wanted, what we thought we wanted. I'm just gonna say it like that. We thought we wanted. See, I can remember during the Christmas time, and we're coming up to it now, and we would go window shopping. And I'm trying to do this here in a way where it won't spoil anything for those of you that can understand where I'm coming from, because I'm not here to try to spoil nobody's fun. But when we used to do the window shopping, and your parents would ask, what did you want Saint Nick to bring you? And we would go and name out certain things that we wanted Saint Nick to bring. And lo and behold, when that Christmas Eve came, we were so happy as kids. I can remember them. I can just remember like it was yesterday. And we would be so happy as kids on that Christmas Eve during that day. We couldn't hardly wait. I mean, we were like, it was like we were losing our mind. We were so happy. And we couldn't wait until that night came so we could go hurry up and go to sleep. That was one night the parents didn't have no trouble getting kids to sleep that night. They didn't have no trouble giving them the bed. I say it like that. But it was hard to go to sleep because, see, we knew that St. Nick was supposed to come that night. We knew that. Y'all did bear with it. Y'all bear with it now. I know we got a lot of people out there. We don't learn better now, but just bear with it. Don't spoil it for the rest. Don't spoil it. Words. And I can remember those days vividly, very vivid. And we enjoyed ourselves. We didn't worry about what Sally Sue and Dick and Jane got. We got that we had desired, and that was it. We wouldn't. Hey, there was always plenty to eat, plenty of food to eat, and y'all, we didn't have as much things at our disposal as we got today. Back in the day, just in my time, and I'm quite sure people that are older than me saw some time probably harder than I did. But nevertheless, they did not miss one meal. And we are still here. We are a prime evidence of God's goodness that He took care of us every step of the way. But because of the fact our present may not be what we want it to be, amen. Think about your past and that the decision you made in your past and the thing that you did not consult God about in your past. That's what I'm saying here tonight. I see something. Let me see what it. Oh, I can't tell who this is. All right. I cannot tell. This thing is so small, y'all. Whoever that is in the lobby, thank God for you. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't just saw it, in other words. And I think it says how it's going. Okay. He said, do you do piano? Oh, do I do piano tutorials? Um, on the short version of that, my friend, is I can do them, but I choose not to do them anymore. I used to do some piano tutorials. Yes, I did. But I choose now not to do piano tutorial because I have a buddy. I have a buddy by the name of Richard Butler. He lives in Baltimore, Maryland. And he's the piano tutorial man. That's his title. If you go to YouTube, his handle in YouTube is House of Jazz. House of Jazz. And he does tutorial. I mean, he does tutorials out the book. And in my humble opinion, you got a lot of others out there that they can do piano tutorial as well. And I'm not trying to say one is better than the other. No, no. But to me, and I've seen a lot of them. Brother Richard Butler, House of Jazz, does about some of the best piano tutorials that's out there right now. Now you got I'm telling you got a lot of other guys and gals that are very good at what they do. Not putting their talent down at all, but I'm just saying you ask for tutorials. And that's who I'm going to point you to. I can do tutorials, but I just choose not to do them. It's specifically because of the fact that my buddy, Richard Butler, he is dedicated to doing those tutorials. His channel is dedicated to that. So I don't want to be getting in his way. I would rather for you to go to him and let him help you out. Now, if you just wanted me to do something, I wouldn't mind doing that if I could go a little step further to say, I wouldn't mind just helping you out like that. But as far as just doing a tutorial, I would first want to point you to the tutorial man. And then after you get, I do believe if you go to him, you'll be satisfied. So I hope I answered your question about the tutorials. I used to do them, Yes, I did. But I kind of shied away from it. And then after I met Brother Richard Butler in House of Jazz on YouTube and saw what he was doing, that just sold, I was sold out to him. I mean, this guy, very good tutorial. So check him out first, brother or sister. I don't know you. I don't know if you brother or sister there, but you check them out. You check them out, and okay, you're just beginning. Okay, that's good. That's good because Richard, his tutorials. I mean, he'll cater. He'll fix it up just for you. That's no problem. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. And if you know of anybody else want it, point them to Richard Butler, House of Jazz, on YouTube. And so, y'all, as I was speaking about the consulting God, we are in our present state because of the fact that we either consulted God or we didn't. And we have nobody to blame where we are right now but ourselves. But ourselves. That's all. That's only somebody that we can blame. Don't sit around and blame other people for the mess you're in. If you're in a mess right now, it's most of your own fault because you make your own decision. And it is not you shouldn't let others dictate how you feel. Because if you do, you're gonna have a lot of bad feeling days. Because there are some people that never gonna give you nothing solid to go on. People don't have anything, no constructive criticism. I don't mind getting criticism. I don't mind getting even negative, but let it be constructive. In other words, if I'm doing something and it's not coming up to the standard, and if you know better and you know that it's not up to the standard, and you can give me some advice to help better me, then that's great advice. I shouldn't get mad because you straightening me out. But see, this is what's the matter with our world today. Everybody wants to be patted on the back and they want everybody to feel sorry for you. Oh, my Lord, let me get my little bit of violin out. Because everybody wants folks to feel sorry. I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. No, 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 no. I don't want, I mean, hey, I went through some issues in these last 4 years, health issues, and it is what it is. I can't go back and change it. You know, I the last thing that I wanted to do was to lose my bottom portion of my left leg. But hey, it's gone. Ain't no you think I'm gonna sit here now belly ache about it and moan and groan about something that has already happened. I can't bring it back. But I can just do what I can do. And that's what I try to do. I got some friends that I don't have to pretend around them. And those are the type of people that I like to be around. I can be myself. I don't have to try to be nobody else. I don't have to try to act a certain way. I can just be earnest. Because, see, let me tell y'all something. I know I'm Mitty Man all over the net. My buddy Hammerman gave me that name a long time ago, Mitty Man. But Ernest J. Walker, I do not live my life to try to please you. Can't do that. I can't do that. I don't have that type of time. I have to live my life to please me and God. That's it. Now, I can't help because you might not like some of the things I do. Well, it's like I used to tell people about my Bible study when God told me to first start doing these Bible studies. I told people, if you don't like the truth, then don't come to my channel. You don't want to watch my videos. And believe it or not, a lot of people do not watch them. I don't get a lot of support, but it's fine. Because like I said, most people do not want the truth. But now if you can tell them a bunch of lies and about how good they are, no, 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 I'm not going to do that. No, that's not being truthful. But nevertheless, we go on anyhow, and we learn from the past. That's what we reflect on the past to learn from it. Therefore, we will not repeat it in the future. That's what it should be used for. Now, a lot of people don't do that, but I ain't got nothing to do with a lot of people. But I do have something to do with me. See, I can't control you. I can only control me. In the Bible, it's called self-control. And until we learn that, we're gonna forever be, we're never gonna have any peace because we're trying to control other people. And you cannot do that. You can only control yourself. I can't help how people feel about me. As long as I know that I have not done anything to them, I don't worry about it. But now, because if it is something that I have done, then all I got to do is just go to them. apologize, and move on. Now, if they don't forgive me, that's on them. But if you know you ain't done nothing to folks, forget about it. Just forget it. Why lose sleep and lose your peace too? Because you can't make people do nothing. Like I said, I do these videos. I've been doing these Bible studies, and I don't never have no crowd of people trying to run over me to get to my Bible study. Because, like I say, I got one friend that told me this. They said, no, a lot of people not going to come to your channel because you tell too much truth. See, I'm going to tell the truth. And most people don't want that. Nevertheless, we thank God for the journey. And we hope and trust that everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And now we done turned the corner. Now we headed toward the Christmas season. We hope that y'all have a great day season coming up to the. Enjoy yourself, people. Enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself. Don't just get caught up in mess. Stay out of mess at all costs. Like I said, you cannot make people like you. If they don't, they just don't like you. You ain't nothing you can do about that. Please let me get that across to y'all tonight. Somebody understand this. If a person have made up their mind that they don't want to deal with you, let them go. That's all you can do. Don't lose your peace as well as your brain. Just let it go. God will fix it. God will fix it. See, in other words, where people close one door on you, God will make two more open. But let me tell y'all something about that as well. If God opened a door, can't nobody close it. If God opened a door for you, can nobody close it. But on that same token, if God shuts the door on you, can't nobody open it. So in other words, there's something that God is trying to keep us from. And we just itching to stay in it. We just itching to get in it. And God is not letting it work. I learned this the hard way, y'all. Because see, I know what I'm talking about. When God will not let it work, it is a sign that he don't want you to go there. But now you can just keep on monkeying around and just keep on. And God will just throw up his hand. And he'll just let his permissive will be done. Go ahead on. You will hate you ever done it. So if God got some doors locked and closed from you, you better go somewhere and sit down and go into the next door. Because believe you me, it's a reason why God got that door closed if it won't open for you. Just learn to be content, as the Apostle Paul said. So with that said, y'all, I didn't mean to do this video that long. It was really a test, but nevertheless, it is what it is. And we thank God for you. And to the individual that came in asking about the tutorials, I hope you check out House of Jazz on YouTube. His name is Richard Butler out of Baltimore. And check him out for the tutorials and everything. And if not, if you still need old middle man to do, then you just get back with me. And if I can do something for you, I will do it. But I am not the piano tutorial man. Brother Richard Butler is. With that being said, this middle man saying peace and good evening.